Hey, Bushcraft family, back again with another video. Today being Wednesday, it's time for prep now. As you've probably seen in the title here, it's quite interesting. Things have happened and whatnot, but I want to talk about the wheat issue that I had talked about in one of my last videos. Well, I have gotten a lot of reports from all over the place of people sending me their own wheat losses in their countries and stuff. Australia is lost a ton of wheat crops there. Africa, um, and that's just many places. Russia. Um, this is going on all over the world right now. We're in dire need of wheat, so the price of wheat is bound to double, triple within a year or two, unless we get our crops back. And hopefully, the government doesn't pay our farmers to plow our crops under the ground. We'll have to see. But things are not looking good for the wheat. And I know there's going to be shortages of corn and beans and stuff like that, but um, the big issue right now is just that it is that wheat. And um, another thing that's really concerning right now, I went to Walmart and I got the last two bags of all-purpose flour. And while they had other stuff like the weird gluten-free weird stuff and whatever types of odd flour that they do have. There's a few of those, but I know nothing about it, so I'm not going to bother with them. But the one thing that really surprised me a lot is when I got to the checkout, there was a lady ahead of me, had bought 4 gallons of milk, and she had maybe four, four, four dozen eggs, and she had a bunch of uh, cake mixes. The ones you just mix the eggs and oil and stuff together, and you get a cake basically. Well, I heard her talking with her daughter, saying she's making a cake and whatnot. And when she got to the checkout, it said that she cannot purchase that much stuff, and the cashier couldn't figure it out. So, because it's not that much. I mean, it's not like she was hoarding. She was just making a bunch of birthday cakes, or a big birthday cake, something like that. But, anyways, the supervisor came over and they were talking and whispering and stuff. And the lady said, "What's going on?" She said, "Well, there is a um, thing that's implemented that wasn't supposed to be implemented yet. It is to cut down on people buying things at the grocery store. So that not so much as you can't, there's signs you can only buy two things. There's a spending limit on certain items that you cannot go over." And the lady says, "Why? This is not that much stuff." She said, It's not that I'm hoarding it or anything. I need it to make birthday cakes." And the supervisor said, "We'll go ahead and reset it because it's not supposed to be enabled yet." So I'm starting to think that this is going to be coming soon. And I started talking to the supervisor and I said, "Why is this going to be implemented?" And she kind of wouldn't tell me. And I said, "Well, I'm just kind of curious so that if something like this comes about, I want to be prepared, and I want to get my stuff now so I'm not limited later on. And she said, "Well, I'm not supposed to say anything because we don't want um, the public knowing because they'll go out and buy all the food up." Um, but evidently, they're limiting certain items that you cannot go over a certain amount of money. And I'm not sure when it's going to be implemented or not. And sorry, my mouth is really dry. So that being said, I purchased my stuff, and I did get flagged for buying um, two 10 pound, I think it was 10 pound bags, or 5 pound bags of flour and two 10 pound bags of sugar, and some jars of yeast. And evidently, I went over the money limit. It isn't a limit of how many items you can get. It's a limit of how much money you can spend on said item, which I guess it would be kind of the same thing. And then she went ahead and cleared it because it wasn't supposed to be enabled yet. And I asked, when is this supposed to go in effect? And she said she couldn't tell me. So I'm not sure when it's going to go in effect or not. But that being said, I came home and I've been doing research for a few days trying to find out more information on this. And I found a few, TikTok videos of people witnessing the same thing. One was at Target. Um, there was a Piggly Wiggly or something like that. I think that's down south. A few other stores. Ingles, I think, is another one. I think that's down in Georgia area. There's a few other stores that I seen other people talking about, and I went on Reddit and did some more research on there, see what people were talking about. I know you can't believe half the stuff people actually do post, but it gives me an idea where to look for this information and stuff. So I did find a few documents on it. Unfortunately, it is on a government website, which I cannot post or show on YouTube, or they will remove the video. So, yeah. But anyways, it's there. It's a plan to stop people from hoarding, I guess. But the thing is, when say for instance, I don't like going to store every 2 days to buy stuff. I rather go to a store and get a bunch of stuff for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, and not have to go running back and forth all the time over things. I mean, every once in a while you forget something, go back, but you know how it is. I like to go to where I don't have to go out to be with the weird people and stuff. Not saying people are weird, but you know. But anyways, it's to cut down from people from hoarding because of what had happened the last lockdown. I said it. So that's got me thinking we have another lockdown coming up, and this is going to be implemented to stop people from hoarding up all the toilet paper and all the other stuff, which I don't know if milk was actually being hoarded or eggs or things like that, but I do know there were shortages of that stuff. But so that's got me thinking that we may be having another lockdown. Um, so it's something to prepare for, guys. I would suggest getting all your stuff in order. getting things that you think that you needed before that you couldn't get the last one, and it'll be even tougher getting that stuff now because whoops because we're already in a shortage and everything. So that being said, I don't want people panicking and everything, but because there's nothing you can do. You just have to be prepared and do the best you can. Like I said, you can't do nothing about it. The government's going to do what they want to do, and you got to grin and bear it and prepare yourself and your family for what may be coming up. Don't know how long it'll be. More than likely, um, I would probably say in the next few months, and then it would probably last until the beginning of the next year, just because it'll be easier to lock down during the winter months than it would be a summer type of thing. Because you remember last time with spring break, everybody went out and did it anyway. So I'm thinking they're going to keep it throughout the winter. And us having a bad winter, um, yeah, I feel like we're really going to have a bad winter. Just how everything's going right now, why wouldn't it be a bad winter? um, but anyways, guys, I just wanted to get that information out for you. Um, just my thoughts, my opinion. I really think this is what everybody's gearing up for is another lockdown. Um, Closing down the and I don't. It's going to take so long to get past it if we do. Um, we weren't even caught up from the last one, and it was over a year. So just imagine if we do another one and longer. So just get preparing and stuff, guys. And if you got any stories like this um, about going through a checkout and they're not letting you buy stuff because of said thing that they're going to be implemented to where you can't purchase a certain amount of money of things, please do post below and say what store it was and whatnot. It'll eventually it will help in the end, so we can get more information out there to what is going on. Until next time, guys, God bless.